We are back, ladies and gentlemen, to Saginaw Valley State University Esports. Round 2 for the night. We have the A team going up against its full name, Cincinnati University. Cincinnati University. I am Aquatic, joined by my fellow caster here if he wants to introduce himself.
I am Ixus, and this will be my first time casting for tonight. I'm quite excited to see you down.
Good times here. We, again, from anybody who is just tuning in and missed the first part, new game, Overwatch 2.5, just dropped. Health pools are higher, bullets are bigger, and a couple of other balance patches, such as everybody now heals themselves after not taking damage for 5 seconds. It's very slow. Damaged characters now apply a little anti-heal, a 20% anti-heal for 2 seconds when they shoot somebody. And a couple of maps got some changes, a couple other balance things, but mostly nothing dies as fast and your shots are easier to hit. So it's a little bit more of moving away from the FPS and more towards the MOBA aspect, which personally, I'm having a great time. I've played 2 games so far. It's an absolute joy. Big fan. Starting off, Nemo Classic, the Reinhardt. If you've watched us before, you know this man is Reinhardt incarnate as a human being, as a player. It is nothing brings me more joy than watching this man play Reinhardt.
Favorite tank, honestly. It's always been my favorite tank.
What are these team comps that we're looking at here, Ixus?
Oh, sorry, say that again?
What are these team comps that we're looking at? What are we seeing?
Well, as we can see, we got... Oh, did we switch to... Oh, okay, no, they got Ramattra here, so we got Reinhardt going. Tunnel here.
Maybe the duel may mostly the same comp. But again, no one's quite sure how the meta's going to shake up quite yet. So there's going to be a lot of experimentation over what's over this next
honestly
hour and a half.
Off a little bit too, because like this is my first time seeing like the game reworked. This is my first time seeing a match as it's reworked. So I'm really trying to like analyze, but at the same time, it's so exciting because so many changes, different metas. And things now. I'm so excited to learn how this game itself.
As a big theory crafting guy, I have a fantastic time looking at how all the changes might affect it, and then seeing how things actually shake up is really cool. Mostly similar team comps. We both have the Lucio, we both have the BAP, very stable characters in the meta, kind of despite what happens. We've got the Mei as well. The differences in tank, we got Ryan versus Ram, and a Sim Sojourn versus a holy cow versus a Kree. Wow, absolutely crazy plays from Chu here, taking that pick at the start, making a whole bunch of space. Saginaw has to back up a little bit, regroup. Here, keeping everybody alive. The Mei walls are so good at controlling that space, and they're going to be even better now. I think Mei can add space matters so much more as opposed to damage.
I heard Reinhardt say hammer, but I did not hear the down. Was there by chance a cancel?
There may have been a little bit of a cancel. That's usually what happens. Oh man, investing ults here. We have the Mei ult coming in, hits everybody. Saginaw loses their entire team. Just one left alive. Just the Cass here will get sniped down. Ooh,
it's all right. Looks like the ult econ switching up a little bit here, but honestly, I would still say it's pretty much fair because Annihilation, in my opinion, is one of the scariest ultimates in the game, and when used properly, I mean, that's sometimes all you need.
It's so scary. It is absolutely terrifying, especially
self-sufficient too.
Yeah.
I mean, the healing's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic time. You take like no damage in that thing. Chu here, man, fantastic performance here from Chu. From Cincinnati has found so much success with these Mei walls and the dinks from afar. Oh, investing another ult here. Rowan on the side finds one, just sniping. This character has been good for the longest time, and I think will continue to do so just as the design of the character is just good. Nemo here trying to take out some of the DPS. The rest of Saginaw's trying to make something work towards the front lines. They're held off by Andog. Keeps the line about a 4v4 right now. But you're down, Saginaw's down to healer. Although now Cincinnati loses another. Andog 3v3. Chu finds one. Can Andog hold on to it? And Saginaw can't touch.
Pretty wild round one. And I must admit, it was pretty hard for me to like analyze every single thing on there. I would say it was pretty sporadic, and the whole time here, I mean, fight up close, throwing.
Oh yeah, you think about higher health pools, less damage. Your immediately thought is range damage is not going to do very much. You're not trying to out damage people anymore. You're trying to take space. You're trying to brawl a little bit more. And personally, I think that's where it's going to go a little bit more. I think we're going to see, at least at this like collegiate level, where it's a comfort thing. I think that's going to be what we'll see a lot
for sure. And I know, like, for sure, something that you invest on it.
Oh.
Like supports can just now that have only shots from afar, you know.
Yeah.
It's just eventually build up. They just have to stand behind a wall, you know. So I think some major character choices and changes are going to be in the making here.
See some dive at some point because that does have a.
only gotta
Despite
be
individually doesn't matter how low it is. If the whole team dives, something is going to explode.
Right.
Oh, Nemo takes a bunch of damage. Is gonna have to get out here. They're gonna have to invest
Mortality
lamp as
field.
well. It's gonna be tough. Gets walled off. No health. Nemo goes down to Rowan. Although as well, Andog goes down for Cincinnati. Lightning finds one onto Joe Biden and Pog. I think it's looking Cincinnati, but it's not entirely certain yet at the start. Oh, he can't see.
Not looking good here. with only
Spectator
one
options.
support. Barely any health left.
Fixing up the spectator. All right, there we go.
All right, let's see. Saginaw lost support. Unfortunate here. Perhaps we can regroup, set things up. We don't want to do the 3-on-5. All right, everybody's back.
Here, finding a lot of value as well. Rowan, both of the damage dealers have been so much, especially in terms of that new damage passive. Once you start getting shots onto Ryan needs a lot of healing as a character to stay up. And the fact that you just 20% chunked off, that is really hard. That is really hard to deal with. You still have speed though, so and his hammer did get buffed from 85 to 100. So that's
Really? I was unaware.
Oh yeah, that's still doing like as much damage, like percent wise, of your health bar as it was. It's still 3 swings to kill somebody. So nothing has changed there. Rowan getting up charms as fast as possible. If you're going down in health a little bit, Nemo brawling on point. You got Saginaw all on the side here. Andog keeping everybody safe, keeping everybody alive. Himself, Nemo really low though. Will go down.
Dive.
Barely. Zippy's going to invest the ult here, just trying to keep everything going on the window. So much healing, so much damage. Andog has to go in arms and just defend as much as possible. Lightning finds the kill onto Vidi.
I love this.
Finds another one onto Joe Biden. Lightning's going crazy in the backline. They were not ready for this, Lucio.
Amazing side play there from Zippy. You can just tell that he was using his natural environment to keep himself hidden from the enemy team while just spamming Reinhardt with heals just to make sure that their focus was staying on Reinhardt but also keeping his teammate alive. That's how we take.
Such impressive play from the entire Cincinnati team here. The amount of kills I'm seeing Lightning getting in the background, the amount of I don't know how Andog survived some of these fights. Chu and Roan as well doing need Nacho keeping everybody up. We've seen some good plays, I think, from Saginaw. Individually, I think they're getting stomped on the team play a little bit here. I think they got to stick together a little bit more. I think they're getting a little separated. Nemo keeps getting cut off. Everyone's popping off individually well enough, but
Last interaction here.
just got that. Only a little bit left. Here comes the oh, Nemo does find some though. It's gonna be a 4v4 at this point. Joe Biden's trying to find one. Rowan finds it while Joe Biden's chasing him. Chu is doing some stuff. Oh, what a shot from Rowan.
Wow, man.
Fantastic
Like
stuff.
you said before, super impressive aim from the DPS this time around. That's crazy.
And Nemo, last one to go down here. Will be Cincinnati for this map. Will be Cincinnati.
There it is, 2-0.
Again, it's hard to make judgment calls about the team comps right now. Hard to make judgment calls about what counters what anymore. Because
Right.
we don't know what the game says. I want to say that the team comp is working out a little better for Cincinnati. It's really hard to say one thing is like, oh, if you're playing Brawl, you know, if you're playing like Reaper and Reinhardt and stuff, you have to have a Mei. It's kind of wishy-washy. The game, Overwatch 2 has always been like that, where you can have a little bit of stuff in the back line, shooting from range, some stuff up front, just because the team fight is a little less structured with one less tank on the field. So you can kind of have that diversity. It's hard to say, oh, they're losing because they're not fully committing to the Brawl, or they're not fully committing to the poke or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it'll go that way from here. You really wanna make something work, but I think it's just gonna who's the best character at the time, and I think that's going to continue. I'll have
I definitely agree with you. I really like some of the changes that they have made. You know, like just to make sure that specific strategies just aren't being abused all the time. And now that some changes have been made, like we're almost working with like a completely new game here. You know, just like it feels so fresh, feels new, and I love the Reinhardt buff because like even if it's still the same amount of swings to get an elimination. I mean, you're chipping down more damage now so that your teammate can get that one pick off, you know, is Zenyatta, single ball just to do the finish, you know?
Oh, 100%. That is, keeping that break point. Most of the issues have been in break point. Hanzo can't one-shot any other characters besides, I believe, Widow and Tracer anymore. But that's a huge break point. Like, that fundamentally changes how the character plays.
Completely,
right?
yeah.
But the fact that Reinhardt gets to keep his breakpoint of 3 swings equals a kill is still really massive. And especially if you get a DPS doing any amount of chip damage, so they're getting a little less healing, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think we're gonna. I think you'll be at least for the start here. Played a good amount. I think Ryan will get. Also, I completely skipped my my attention. Pharah got reworked. This is a different character now. I don't know if you had seen that.
I have not yet. No, see, this is so exciting. I cannot wait to see all these changes.
So first off, the jump jets. Oh gosh, where do we even start? So the actual gun itself shoots faster, less explosion damage, and or like the actual bullets go further and less explosion damage. So you get to be a little bit, got to be more precise with it, but they're a little easier to hit, right? Okay. The explosion damage, you can't just like aim at their feet.
Gotcha.
Now jump jets give you 50% of your fuel back.
Wow.
The boost up, but you don't get to recharge fuel on the way down. You have to be touching the ground to recharge your fuel.
Okay, yeah.
When your fuel is gone, you basically get echo float. So you can still stay in the air a little bit longer. Concussive blast now does a little damage. It does 30 damage, but doesn't send as far. So they kind of made it do a little bit more of everything. But that does mean now you're damaging yourself when you use it.
Right.
In fairness, although the less explosion damage rockets means rocket jump. Feet and jump.
Kind of like Bastion movement, you know?
Yeah. She also has a completely new ability, which is like a horizontal dash that it's on a short cooldown, like 8 seconds, I believe. Oh, I think jump jets is also on like a lower cooldown. And yeah, she has a horizontal one. And they had taken away some of the height from jump jets. Okay. So jump jets, it's less movement, but you get some fuel back, and you get a little bit. And now she has a horizontal one. So they wanted to make her more horizontal based. She wanted like fly around faster instead of just up.
Right, yeah, she didn't have like the greatest air drift before.
No. So very different character, very pushing more towards Echo. And I don't know, I think it's cool.
I think I'm actually super excited for that because Pharah is my DPS main.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing how she feels with the new patch. And like,
it's a different character.
Even though there's like a decrease in damage, I'm not even mad at that because it sounds like they made her technically better instead of just like throwing raw numbers and stuff. Yeah. And that's something I really enjoy about games like this when you get like patches, attention to detail. I mean, yeah, they change the numbers, but they make sure that it's nothing like crazy, you know. Work stuff, they have intentions of making the character more viable in situations. And I think it'll be nice to move around and not get my head taken off by a Widowmaker every time I try to jump. Like, come on.
It's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to hop on. Yeah. About to hop on. Although
that's gonna be good.
I liked aiming at the feet. It was so much. It was so much.
You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie. You gotta hit the Rex now. You gotta hit the Rex.
I used to just boost on the ground and I'd shoot at their feet and I'd stay real close because I mean that character is so hit when you're up close. Oh man.
And at the start of the game, it was about 3/4 of the way through Overwatch 2. They reduced the explosion damage and put more. She used to be mostly explosion damage. You got a little extra from the direct. Then they made it more like 50-50. And now it's mostly the damages from a direct. So, oof.
I see. Switching up to blue.
Making her more skill intensive. Which I think I think she'll be the DPS equivalent of Doomfist a little. With Conk Blast, 2 movement abilities, I think she'll be kind of more. Yeah,
it is 2 movement abilities. Wow.
It's kind of a little bit more Doomfisty. Yeah.
I like that.
Up on somebody, hit him with 2 directs really quick.
Does the passive healing affect tanks too?
Yeah, everyone gets it. The entire roster. The entire roster. So although, and then healers. So it procs every 5 seconds. When you're out of combat for 5 seconds, it's 20 healing a second. So it's slow. It'll take 10 seconds to fully heal if you're at 1 HP. And then supports, it triggers in 2.5 seconds. So it takes half the time to start doing it. Because that was already kind of the healing passive. So it just triggers fast.
I approve as a support main.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Outside of that, I still don't think we'll see much Pharah. Especially for a while, because for a rework, you're not going to play a rework. This patch was 2 days ago, so I don't think we'll see anybody playing Pharah right now. I think it would, at best, we'll have to take it. And honestly, I don't know if Pharah's ever going to be game. I just don't see this character being...
She's never really been there, but I've never considered her too bad either.
I think will be played in ranked. may get picked at the top level to very specific counters, which is the design of a flying character. I don't think it works. Echo maybe just because she's so fast.
I mean, when you
And
really
so
think about it in
small.
like top tier gameplay, I mean, once you're up there, I mean, you have characters who have played or you have players that have played characters for so long, they've really started to master their fundamentals. But even more importantly, they started to master their aim with these characters too. So, I mean, if you're playing a character like Pharah and your whole shtick and your whole like gadget thing for the team around in the air, that's not going to matter much when regardless.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing before was like, oh, Pharah moves around like a fly. It's hard to hit her, you know? And I mean, it's even more that way now.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
But when you're playing in top level, kind of how it goes. Up to blue here. We are on in 5. All right, let's see the choices here. Switching up to Sigma now. Both teams are running the Sigma. Looking forward to seeing that dogfight.
No, I choose on Pharah. Holy cow.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. Barrage refills all your fuel. That's what I was
All of it?
missing. Yeah.
Wow.
So when you ult, you get all your fuel back. And Hover Jet's speed boost increased from 20 to 40%. So her, like when she does her like float thing, she moves faster.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So again, yeah, she's just faster in the air, especially horizontally.
Oh, Chew switched off. I was looking forward to seeing like what kind of movement we were gonna have here, but that's okay.
Oh, Chew went back to the Mei, which in fairness was going absolutely crazy.
No kidding. Got 2 Sigmas here. See how the dogfight goes. I think the supports are going to be what make the difference here. The Mercy versus Lucio for the differences here.
You have to play really tight as this Echo. You gotta have to hug corners. You're gonna be careful with how you fly, poke from range a little bit. You got a sniper and you got Widow Soldier. That's a tough matchup to go into as an Echo player. But Chew finds one on Zippy right at the start. Pierre goes down to really, really low health. Agano has to back up here. Joe Biden finds some nice shots, but won't amount to enough. Yeah, again, that little chip damage. You can get healed up pretty fast.
Yeah, no kidding. And especially with a character like Lucio, who also just kind of like, I call it like healing chip because of like how slow he heals. But I mean, you just got to be around him. So like all the time, you're just kind of passively healing.
Nemo getting out some good damage, going to get some good ult charge. But Andog is staying just a step ahead. Ults are looking a little bit away. It'll probably take a full team fight for that to happen. Chew is getting poked at, though. We'll have to be a little bit careful. Oh, almost finds the kill. We'll have to pop the ice block a little bit early in this fight. Sango's doing a good job of keeping everybody here, getting out a lot of damage, not letting them approach. Damage is still the threat. That is still the threat. The rock there. So close, Joe Biden.
Taking out Lucio and a DPS here. Here might be our chance to take over here. 5-on-3.
Oh, I know. Down, not so low. Low.
Immortality field. Comes save there.
Investing the Echo ult. Just trying to get that fight, make sure something happens. But Stagno manages to hold it back. So they'll have to regroup anyway.
Ult economy is looking crazy right now.
Oh yeah. This is Saginaw right here. This is all them. Although, I mean, Widow ult is not much of an ult. Not in a team fight, at least. It's not doing too much for you. Widow, one of the few characters that can just one-shot headshot. Still does 300 to the head, so...
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good with Hanzo before, but now that Hanzo can't really do like his iconic one-tap headshots, it's just not the greatest anymore.
At least Storm Arrows did get a damage increase. So, but because of the health increase, it takes you have to hit all 5 Storm Arrows because of the health increases instead of just 4.
That makes sense.
So, Hanzo's in a weird spot. Oh, Nemo will get
ready from Nemo.
Gonna have to be especially with that window, Nemo's gonna have to back up. Pierce down to 1 HP, investing the ultimate. Nemo gets 1 or 2, but will get frozen in the Mei ult. Cincinnati investing that. Joe Biden Pog as well, investing the Soldier ult. Couple of trades. It's looking Cincinnati favored, especially because Saginaw doesn't have their tank.
Sure.
They're trying to hold this, but Lightning will finish it off. Rowan finished off Zippy as well. Beat will be online for Cincinnati. That is one of the best alts that just by design. It's always been a good ult. It always will be a good ult.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a massive burst of extra health for your whole team is why not? It's just so good. It's just so good. Got that damage. Damage boost is crazy. That's going to be the big breakpoint thing. Hanzo with damage boost, cancel headshot.
Yep.
So there is that to be worried about. And especially because the arrows are so... I keep talking. When I play DPS.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very concerned. I also watched somebody talk about Hanzo. One of the few things I know anything about. For the patch. Oh,
yeah, I understand like pretty decent fundamentals, but I'm like primarily support. So.
Yeah. GoBot and Pog cleaning up some crazy kills here. Literally sniping with those rockets across the
Loving
map.
the damage boost too.
That's gonna do a lot of damage. See?
Helping hand from Zippy here.
Dog just trying to get out, maybe. Kind of in a rough spot. Well, I guess you're not in any particular there.
No, I like it. I mean, you got the high ground here, and you can take advantage and just keep chipping damage. And you know Mercy's safe in the back, and she's being on your back the whole time, so you got nothing to worry about here. Any damage you can chip off, absolutely.
Rowan has been staying alive through these fights. Again, it's tough as a flying character, but you can still get one shot. It's a weird spot to be in. Andog investing the flux, gonna get a few of them here. Won't result in too many kills initially, but then everybody will fall. He finds one. Pure gets a shield in his face. Be able to make too much happen. Widow at 200. They're still at 200. That went from 175 to 200.
I'm not used to the health reworks yet.
No.
That's something.
250.
There's a lot that I'm gonna have to relearn because I have not played this new patch yet.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to give this a try.
The base health now for like squishies is 250.
Wow.
Everyone's at 250. And like Tracer Widow, who had lower health, are like 175 or... Oh, okay, Rowan going for the Sigma here. That Flux can be really massive at breaking up a fortified position. Oh, as well, the males.
Yeah.
That's going to get so much
that's
value.
Tough. Tank is out.
Nemo's
They're probably going to press now.
Oh, fell off the map. Oop. A Joe Pine and Pog staying alive on point, trying to say, I got this, guys.
Taking Lucio with the ult, I'd say that's pretty good value here.
It's at least something. It's at least something on the way out. Ooh. Maybe just trying to build up for ult a little bit. Probably not making it out. Oh, if you can get the stagger there, forcing out lamp is really nice.
Supports here though.
Actually, I won't have the lamp for this mortality field on 30-second cooldown. One of the strongest abilities in the game. Forcing that out is still useful. Got the window here. That can definitely break up a Sigma's position. Using the wall to get up there. Stagnos gotta take some initiative here. They have to shoot people. They gotta get to the windows and
I can
shoot
see how
down.
it's such a struggle here, though, because, I mean, they're definitely at a disadvantage right here when trying to come down to this enemy team just based on the neutral cover here, because they have to open themselves up to take damage, because up here they got a window.
Yeah.
So you don't have to see, like, with the bombs here, it didn't matter if it physically hit the body or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's close, I mean, it's such a tight space like that, you have to be careful on where you enter from.
Really interesting. That Sigma, the balls will explode right at that perfect height where you're getting so much chip damage on you. It's kind of a tough position.
Yeah, the
Even if it
AoE
is the
damage
high
is
ground.
absolutely crazy, especially in tunnels, because Sigma's one of the characters that just has such big explosions, but, I mean, his slow attack speed, really his only downside for the crazy amount of damage that he's able to pass out.
Oh, yeah, he gets ult so fast. Emo trying to get in there with the ult. We'll get the flux. We'll get most of the team. Actually gets taken down before the slam finishes. Rowan with the beam will burn him before he goes before it works. You're here trying to fight on point. Oh, it's
not enough compared to the high ground here.
Such a good spot for Nacho. Lightning with the beat, just making sure everything sticks. Investing in the May ult so no one can get out.
0-3 here on round 1.
60 seconds left on the clock as well. Will be a nice little chunk of change if they go into overtime. Little chunk. Wow. Okay. What are we gonna see? What do you think? What's the
To be
response?
honest, I think the first round here definitely had mostly to do with natural cover. Like, based on what I saw here, I mean, it's been pretty complex today to be like see going on.
They're
but
good teams. They know what's going on.
Right.
Things happen
If I had
fast.
to invest though on what went wrong, I think it's definitely the cover here. At one point where the ground part was low, and the only two ways where to push up was from the sidewall there or from the top window. Either way, whenever you such heavy fire when you have just spots, because when you're in a scenario like this right now, like where it's wide open, it could be. But in there's only 2 possible spots they're coming in.
High ground is almost always an advantage just based on a little bit of the geometry. But when you have somebody in the sky, then it's not even high ground. Rowan there on the Echo, you got a flying character. high ground is not high ground. And when there's echo.
Honestly, I think high ground only really matters if you got like neutral cover. Because I mean, if you're just flying, I mean, someone on the ground or shooting someone in the air.
It's true. I think, yeah, comp-wise, we're gonna remain almost the same. Vidi will switch to the Zenyatta, who I've heard is really strong on this patch. Everybody's been talking about how impactful the damage orb is. But
second favorite character in the game.
It's always been such an impactful. Discord
really
orb has always been pretty much the best ability.
Did they change Discord over this patch? No.
No.
I know they in the patch before they made it so that you can no longer just switch up the Discord on everybody. There's actually a cooldown now, and I believe it might be 7 seconds. Yeah.
You can't Discord the same target within 7 seconds.
Nope.
We're gonna see if that comes into play. Oh man, Chu has done such a good job, if not always capturing Nemo, at least putting the walls so that he'll be in a rough spot. Oh wow, Chu on the flank.
Oh, here first support is down. We're gonna have to fall back here.
He
3 on 4, 2 on 4. This does not look good.
And team fight fall. Yep, that'll fall apart for the rest of them. And Rowan and Chu are such a good combo here with the mobility and the CC.
Right.
They're playing that really well. And Andog doing such a fantastic job holding everything
scaring me. I can tell that Chu's definitely put some work into the character.
It's terrifying.
It isn't just like, oh, this person's got good aim, but I mean, with all of the ice walls, we've been seeing value on almost every single wall here.
Yeah. Oh, it's been cool to watch. I like May. He's one of my favorite. Oh, switching over to the Rhine, Nemo says, "Hey, this is my signature ability." Reinhardt. Picking Reinhardt in the menu. I don't know. Bastion will be. Bastion is an interesting character for this. With the damage numbers being changed around, I wonder if he'll be even better or worse. I'm really interesting, like philosophically, how it's going to change.
Right. I'm liking the pick right here though, because as we can see, these teams are playing super tight and up close once again here.
Nemo makes it out. Oh, but Joe Biden doesn't, and Vidi will fall trying to keep him alive. Yep, Nemo will get walled off. We'll take one out with him though, at least. That's how you know he's a good Ryan. When he goes, I'm already dead, I have to get a kill.
Yep, that's right.
That is, oh, that was really cool.
Pretty crazy immortality field Nacho there too. I think that's definitely what played the neutral cover there. I didn't know if you'd seen it, but at some point both DPSs were dead in the
yeah. Got the Echo Walt online. We got
favorite
the
Echo skin.
It's pretty good. The eyes are cute.
Yeah, I like the little crown too.
Alt economy is looking Cincinnati a little bit. They're going to start off first with investing some of them. We got the window keeping everybody alive for Cincinnati. Also, plenty of damage going through that. And Zippy will have to use res on Joe Biden early as Chu found the first kill. Investing the Sojourn all pure. Can they find any damage? Everything's coming out from all teams. Reinhardt will get pinned into the backline. It's an absolute brawl. Who's going to find the kills? Joe Biden finds 2. Doesn't quite get the shatter off. Echo will be taken out of Alt. Zippy finds Zippy going crazy.
Well, I'm good here, coming in for the push. As long as we got all 5, we can start taking.
Yeah. Zippy gets 2 with the Mercy Alt. Oh, man. That was... Oh, gosh. That was a good time. Like to have fun. Emo finishing off Chu with the Fire Strike. That's going to be a big stagger. It'll take a second to regroup now that they got to kill that late. What is Nemo doing? Shattering a backline. Only Rowan's beam that does so much damage.
Surviving here.
Yeah. Oh,
Zippy coming in with the big Band-Aid there.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Good Lord.
Sheesh. There's going to be up with the Sojourn railgun shot. They find anything, which they made it smaller, by the way.
Really?
All the other bullets were bigger. Tough. All the other abilities got bigger, but no, Sojourn railgun got smaller.
I already thought it was tough.
Oh, Joe Biden going on a bit of a jump. Rowan will be there to finish it off. Andog finishing a few lightning.
Enjoy your flight.
Oh gosh, man, the shots are so cool. The ability usage is just fantastic here from Cincinnati. Dagnall is getting slaughtered by some of the stuff that's coming through here. Joe Biden Paul going on to the Widow.
Honestly, I think if we're going to take this back, we're definitely going to have to start setting some priorities here, because as we can see, like, based on who I've been seeing, like, good utility, like Chu, for example, like, all of the walls that they've been throwing down has been throwing off Nemo because he keeps getting trapped off, and then the whole team has to be like, okay, so how are we going to keep our tank alive? How do we have to move around this? While they're trying to think of a strategy to fix, like, this situation.
Yeah. What do you do?
Like, the enemy team's just attacking. But I like the Zen ball here, keeping Emo safe even in the instance of him being trapped. That's good.
Rowan finds the kill onto Joe Biden. It should be Cincinnati's team fight. Yeah, too much damage. You're out in the open. Too many threats. Nemo's just going to have to back up with a shield. Maybe try to find one. Couldn't quite. Now you're trapped, too. You're down to a minute and a half and waiting on everybody to respawn here. They'll have maybe 2 fights.
Yeah, I've got to say, the gameplay here compared to the last time I casted is just so much different. Like, especially since the new update, I think people have really just are trying to lock in and figure out what the best new here, because I haven't seen fights like this.
These are grandmasters, by the way,
in a while.
These are pretty much all grandmasters. B team is hovering around plat, maybe diamond.
Gotcha.
So this is A team is quite good.
Yeah, for
we got
sure.
a lot of really solid players.
It's definitely my first time casting for a rank this high.
Yeah,
I've got to say I'm not disappointed.
Oh, it's really cool to see how everything plays out. Even in a really tough spot, there's another May ult. Cincinnati gets so many of these ults. It's absolutely insane. Chew and Nacho find some kills on the Pure. Down goes Vidi. Just Zippy left alive. Ooh, nice shot. Now, what's your game plan here? At this point, 30 seconds left. Only one ult. You have the window. Although, nothing online for Cincinnati. Maybe the window could be the make or break. Hard to tell. Roam goes up using the building. Only taking one fight at a time here. Oh, going for the Widow. The Widow headshot. Oh, the smoothest silk.
Going for Echo here.
Abilities. At least Saginaws on the cart. In Cincinnati. Yep. Oh, the flanks have been fantastic.
Yeah, the flank is tough.
Fantastic.
And there it is.
Flanks.
Wow.
Whole game from Cincinnati. Their ability to split up, take some attention away, and as soon as Saginaw starts to rotate out, like the backline rotates a little bit, the rest of the team pushes from the front, and then you get the flank from the side. Everybody's trying to back up, getting shot from 2 angles. It is nowhere to hide.
Yeah, it was that last second there where I saw he was flanking from the side, and I saw that no one on Saginaw was looking over there. They were focused on the fight ahead. I was like, this is going to be dangerous here.
It's so much.
Cincinnati playing out of their minds tonight. Wow.
Ow. Off 2-0, Cincinnati's favorite right now. Can they make it work? It looks like Saravasa will be the map. We go to Flashpoint. A good time. Lots of brawling.
Cincinnati are
give me the Ryan again.
Flashpoint's your favorite, right?
I like Flashpoint. It was 2C. I know, burn me at the stake. I know. Anubis was a fantastic map. I loved playing on Anubis. It brought me so much joy. I know I'm gonna get flamed.
Not from me. I respect that map all the way. I loved Anubis.
All 3 people in the chat are gonna be like, "What is this guy?" Oh dear. I don't know. There's something just really good about it. I mean, Hanamura was fantastic. Hanamura was so much fun. Even if actually playing on it, sometimes I don't know. If you were taking it really seriously, and you were trying to from a competitive perspective, yes, there were flaws. It really sucked getting full held, not being able to go through it a defensive wall. But man, there's just the designs, man.
Yeah.
Well, Sky
I like the
some
looks
fun
of
moment.
Anubis.
Yeah.
The map design, yeah.
Well, Sky had some it was kind of cool. What are the 2CP maps? What am I thinking of?
I frankly don't memorize all of the maps, but yeah, it would be a good thing to look up for sure. But I do know that Eichenwald has always been my favorite map, and still is, and probably will remain to be. I just love the design. Fun to plan with my characters.
I believe that was the first map they added from non-base game. That was the first new map. Paris and Horizon Lunar. Unfortunately.
Man.
The rest of it is. Getting news about Smash Brothers. What I want to what I would hazard to say is you're really gonna get slaughtered. Careful. This is brawly, this is fast. This is, I mean, we're gonna see Lucio's almost guaranteed. I don't think we'll have too big of a change in team comp. Like, oh man, when you have to fight in these tight spaces,
we've already been
May's
seeing
gonna
close
get
quarters all the time, and on a map like this, man, it's about to be like cage fighting.
Yeah, we might see some Genji, we might see maybe Raze or something like that, but I would expect Maze. Might see. Is it more?
80 back on the Zenyatta.
What was that? Well, I saw a hamster, and I feel unsafe. I saw hamster, Tracer, and Sun Lady.
Oh, Ilari?
Ilari. Oh my gosh.
Sun Lady's crazy. There was a point where Sun Lady was actually banned. There was a point where Sun Lady, I think, was getting a rework.
Oh,
and
yeah, she was getting
unavailable.
changed and was unavailable for.
I think I'm sticking with that now.
I'm a professional. I'm a professional.
Woo! Let's go! Doomfist.
What's going on?
Double Doomfist. What am I looking at?
No, you know what though? I've seen. This is not the first time Saginaw has run the Doomfist on Flashpoint.
Look
Not
at the
new.
dive.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
But why? What?
These character choices, like, I don't know, like, they're all like so independent. I'm wondering how like the team play is gonna work out here.
Oh, you go on Lucio and you go Nyong. So what we were talking about though, with the differences in fully committing to a one thing, like Cincinnati is all dive. Every character is a dive character, but Saginaw has Joe Biden Pog on the Cassidy, and even like Moira, you could argue isn't that much of a diver. Not certainly
Except
not
for
your
when she
best option.
Flanks your team every like 15 seconds.
Other than that, other than at silver, where like I'm at, for plat.
Yeah, I get you.
Man, what? Yeah, see that's the thing. That's just a target. I see Cass, and I'm just like, that's your dive target right there, because everyone else can get away. Both the healers have escape op. Yep, and there goes Joe Biden Pog over to the, fully committing. We now have basically a mirror match, but instead of a Lucio for Saginaw, they have a Moira, so they have a little bit more sustainability, but much less, no speed.
Change here.
Oh,
Saginaw down right now. Tough.
Oh man,
Let's see if we can switch it up.
The rollout here from Lightning. Lightning has been absolutely crazy, and the Boop, Lucio Boop got a massive buff. It boops further, does more damage, and the opponent is locked out of movement for longer.
Really?
It's just better. They just made Boop better.
I'm glad. I feel like Lucio needed a little bit of attention.
At least in the Boop department, because I think that's his coolest ability, personally.
It's nice, but only in certain scenarios, you know.
Barely.
There's just some places where it's like, what am I gonna do with this, you know?
Move somebody slightly. Yeah, it's not very much. Who's gonna be? Looks like Pierre's gonna go down. Nacho's gonna take him out. Lightning, kind of dancing around. We see Nacho with a headshot, keeping Joe Biden at low health. We'll get
Gets him before he can get out, man. That's crazy.
Lightning is absolutely torrential with these plays.
The amount of raw focus they have, just targeting specific players that they know aren't just going to be able to get out right away. They're like, even if there's a 2-second window here where they have to run backwards, they're just taking advantage here.
This is crazy. They're so coordinated with it. These dives are insane. Zippy does find one onto Lightning. Viddy will go down. It's a 4v4. Nacho finds it onto Zippy.
Both supports falling down. This is going to be a tough situation.
Down goes Pierre. Down goes Joe Biden. Yep. No one left.
And Tracer might be the team kill here. We get the reverse for time. But nope, that's still it.
Man, Saginaw just has no answer to this. They just have no answers. At this point, you just try to maybe go faster. Maybe you switch it up, but playing against dive.
Honestly, I feel like some of the trouble that Saginaw's seeing here.
Look to the right. Somebody look to the right. No. Oh no.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like a struggle that Saginaw is having here is that some of their individual players here are getting jumped a little more often than what they think. So, like, if they go for a dive, even for a brief moment, I mean, you got 2 or even 3 players looking at this one person at a time to make sure, like, hey, if you're going to get close to us, like, we're going to go for the finish right then and there. So, honestly, if it were me, I mean, I would think about maybe switching off Doom, maybe get some shields here. Because, I mean, dive on dive here, it's basically just a whole series of 1v1s.
Yeah. And I know from personal experience, Viddy plays a lot of dive, but I'm not sure about the rest of Saginaw. I feel we've mostly seen them play brawly comps, a mix of brawl and poke on that spectrum. We haven't seen much dive.
Right.
I think we've
we
seen some
might just
Queen,
be playing
but
them on their home turf, you know?
yeah, I don't think you want to run the mirror here. Pierre does find an opening kill, though. Zippy will go down. 4v4. Down goes
Lightning
Joe
ult
behind
comes
him.
out here, making sure that none of his teammates fall out of this one.
Yep, and that's going to be the rest of the team fight, too.
Yeah, tragically, it pays off extremely well.
Oh, yeah. That's just... Man, you can tell these players are they're so coordinated. Cincinnati knows what they're doing so well. Yeah, the coordination has been particularly fantastic in like who they're diving when. How well they group up and dive a target is so... Oh my gosh. What is that? Everyone hides behind the walls and jumps you? What is that? Cincinnati is playing out of their minds.
I've got to say, I'm pretty dumbfounded here because I have not seen a lot of top-level gameplay here, and just observing just how quick, precise, and explosive these movements are. I mean, just thinking about if I was in a game like this, I'm not exactly, like, I'm not even sure what the answers are here. Like,
what you do.
Even from a third-person perspective,
Yeah.
like, I'm not the one stressing there with the keyboard and mouse, like, thinking what to do. Like, I'm out here spectating third-person, and I'm still so lost because of just how strong the defense and offense is from Cincinnati tonight.
The ability to just with your entire team stand behind a wall and jump people as soon as they walk through. The surprise factor, the amount of coordination it takes, the amount of comfort it takes playing with your teammate.
About the entry points. You got to be careful with what entry points you choose.
Yeah, I guess against these people, these players are fantastic with it. Fantastic. Zippy trying to stay up, just him. Man, Saginaw can't get
Enough to get the ult.
anything started here.
I think we're going to get like one more good push here, and we got good ult economy here. So I think it's possible for us to take this back if we just play patient, group up, and just wait for the one final push here.
Yeah. Saginaw switching back over to the Cassidy. I'm maybe try to counter something. You have the Hinder, which can kind of help a little bit. Like especially if you throw it on Doom, that could be really helpful. Saginaw losing 2 early though. Cincinnati is down 1, investing the ults, about to hit 90%. There's only like 5 or 6 seconds left. Somebody has to touch the point. Somebody for Saginaw has to touch the point. Doesn't look like they'll be able to. It looks like it's just Cincinnati with a clean 3-0 sweep.
Something that I saw right away there is I think everything fell apart when died there because Zippy ready with the ult, but was unable to pop it before dying there. Moira ult is just so huge, especially with the way that these guys were playing tonight. I mean, we were just seeing dogfights, head-to-head fights here, and if Moira was able to pop that ult, I mean, she could probably have gotten 4 or even all 5 of her teammates at once, just your stream. But without that extra support there, when everything's in chaos, not much you can.
Moira just gets so much better the more shoulder to shoulder your team is. It's certainly a case where yes, we all know Moira, funny skill orb, and like in bronze, we've all been there.
I like the pick because I mean
at the top level too.
Yeah, when you're going head to head, sometimes the raw numbers do count. Like with the way that we're seeing these plays tonight and how close everybody's engaging, I think those like big healing numbers are pretty much.
And again, I'm only plat. I'm not that guy. But one thing I think that have done it may have helped is some more burst defense. So I might even like to see the BAP throw it. They had a Kiriko. Saginaw has a Kiriko. But something that where you can immediately stop from dying for a second, have a chance to swing the fight.
Right.
They needed a burst of some variety. And I know the rest of none of the healing numbers. Everyone's health pool went up. None of the healing numbers went up. So I know that they're shifting away from the concept of burst healing. But there's still abilities that do it. Anonade, I mean, I know you're getting dope. Heck. Maybe you could have found something. This is why
watching these matches, it's really having my head go back and forth here because I'm thinking, maybe we need more utility. Maybe we could use a Zen or an Ana that has like good utility here. But then again, when we switch up to utility, like with some Kiriko, we're not getting the numbers. Like, the damage is just so heavy and coordinated tonight, where you're either lacking the numbers or you're lacking the tools you need. I mean, Saginaw really had to pick their poison tonight.
Yeah, close match. Why did I say close match? That's just my default. Ooh, good close match.
Close match.
Well played to Cincinnati. You guys played out of your minds tonight. That is everything we have. GG's to everybody, by the way. GG, if anyone is in straight here from Cincinnati, thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you guys streamed it or not, but it was lovely. It was lovely, guys around. Big GG. That is all we have for tonight. It was pretty quick, I know, but at least we got to see some of B team as well. Thank you everybody who do life. Thank you everybody, of course, on Twitch for stopping by. We have on Twitch. Ultimately, that's where everybody's watching SVSU Cardinals. So I think we're SVSU esports in most places. I think we got Twitter, right? And Discord. If anybody is at the school watching, don't care what you're ranking. By the way, we need to be pushing this more. If you watch this, we have people on all of the teams who are bronze. All of the people on the Smash team who just started. Okay.
Yes, for sure.
That'll be all. I've been Aquatic joined. Definitely be seen.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely look forward to the next set here. I mean, even though it was a tough one around this time, I mean, game's a game, man. I enjoyed seeing it, and that was my first spectating of a Grandmaster game, and I gotta say, I'm still so hyped up from watching that. Like, even though like we lost pretty bad, like just seeing the strategies and seeing how good players think. I mean, like there was a lot of times I just didn't even say. It got me so caught up, and I look forward to seeing so much more of it.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, I can't wait. Cool. It's gonna be good.
Rest of the week we got is Thursday. Friday we're finish off the week with car soccer, Rocket League. That's we have a cool. Most of this is the first time because we're just a collegiate esports. And so we have a really cool experience that's coming up this weekend. Most of the A teams for the different games we compete in here headed to Ferris for the GLIAC tournament for a GLIAC. I don't know. GLIAC Invitational Tournament. I know at least for Smash, the top whoever takes it goes to Texas for another tournament. There's a lot on the line.
About this. Yeah,
there's a lot on the line. It's going to be really cool. I believe you would be able to find that on GLIAC Esports is on Twitch. Ferris Esports on Twitch. Please come watch this. It's a really big event. It's going to be really cool. We have a bunch of schools from around the region, all competing in person, not online. So we all get to put a face to that. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really like freaking cool.
Wow, offline too is going to be so deadly. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's going to be a fantastic time. So please, if you want to, this weekend. So you got all this week, all the weekend, and then the next week you just got esports for weeks straight here, without any break for the weekend. So thank you again very much. I've been rambling for 2 good night. Have a good one.
Indeed. See you around, everyone.